I decided that I'm going to explore this spiritual practice called the game of life. And as I started exploring it, as I learned more and more, I started getting closer to my Judaism. And Rebecca and I learned very quickly that we have a lineage and a heritage that's ours. And even though there are many different practices on this planet, and we do not discriminate between any of them, for us, being Jewish was the one that we connected to. And as we started and we had our first child, and we also started the business together, and as WeWork was growing and growing, and we were taking more and more of the concepts of our spiritual studies and inputting them into the business, things worked better and better. Until one day, I think it was somewhere around the $5 billion valuation, that's when trouble starts. I was catching myself not being able to control my ego. And how do you know when you can't control your ego? It's not the things you say, because we all learn how to keep quiet. It's the things you think. And when you start looking at people and you're judging them, and to judge another person, you have to think you're better. And the moment you think you're better than another person, you can't help anyone, because no one wants to take advice from someone who comes from above. You want to take advice from someone who goes eye to eye, or maybe below, but definitely not from above. And as I could tell that I can't control my thoughts anymore, I realized I need a new practice. I need something even bigger. I went to my rabbi, who's sitting there, Rabbi Heller. Rabbi Heller. And I said, Rabbi Heller, I need some help. I can't control my ego. I need a tool. And Rabbi Heller said, you're not going to like my suggestion. I said, please tell me. He said, you should keep Shabbat. I said, Rabbi Heller, everything I say, you think I should keep Shabbat. Of course you're going to say I should keep Shabbat. He said, Adam, you asked me for a tool. I gave you a tool. You should keep Shabbat. So we believe in being students of life, for life. There's never a thing that I will not try at least one time in my life. I said, okay, I'll try Shabbat one time. It's not going to work, but I'll try it. And we do Shabbat together. I did it in Crown Heights. It was an unbelievable experience. The next day, I went to work, and then it was Sunday, and the next day, Monday, I went to work, and suddenly the thoughts weren't coming up. I was looking at everyone around me, and I could tell that we were all equals, and we're on this together, and God gives some of us more blessings than others, and you can never judge or measure where other people are at, because you never know where someone is coming from and where they're going. And for the whole week, I was feeling really good, until about Thursday, when those thoughts started coming back again, and I was judging again, and thinking this and thinking that, and said, wow, the Shabbat thing is amazing, but it only lasts for about 5 days. You gotta do it again. And I went forward, and I did my next Shabbat that following Friday. And the most amazing thing is, in today's world, and it's never been more relevant than today, as technology takes over our lives, in average, a human being will look at his phone 160 times a day. 160 times a day, that's once every 6 minutes. We're addicted to the phone. When we're going to get to be 80 or 90 and we're going to think of our life, we're going to think that a third of it we were sleeping, and the other third we had a relationship with a machine. And that was not God's intention. That is not Tikkun Olam. And when you come to Shabbat and you disconnect from technology, and you connect to your children, and you connect to your wife or husband, and you connect to your loved ones and your friends, and you connect to something greater than yourself, you suddenly remember why we're here and what it is all about.